It's been a fun journey, but it's finally time to show you my progression. Everyone says this game is boring, yeah, but it's actually really entertaining if you play it for real, honestly.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the Fedex Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke and Rich. Looking forward to following these two players again as they reignite their rivalry. I have a feeling we'll be in for some more exciting golf as these two battle it out.
Rich, how do you see this one playing out?
Finau won their last matchup, so I expect some fierce competition today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Needs a little ground help to the left.
Yeah, that was a safe play. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. It's just about 3 feet away.
What? No way.
Oh, he's up, Tiger.
That's ugly.
This
Ugly
one's for
start.
bogey.
Ugly start.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
That's
Just a
from-
tiny putt
bro.
is all that remains.
Insane.
Sitting at 2 over for the event.
That was like...
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
And what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich? Because really that's all the challenge here on this par 4 second.
Luke, the second shot is straight back up the hill. Better take an extra club if you want to get it close.
Oh, that's awful.
That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
Wynn got that one and took it wayward.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole.
This is a tough one right here.
And he needs this to save par. It's on a great line. And that putt will end up short.
I hate to use the word choke, Luke, but that's exactly what happened there. A flat-out choke.
Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4. Elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Is that what they had in mind?
You come out of the rough, your distance control gets off.
Odgie Lyrich, how special was that? And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
This one was a great chip in. I could watch this all day.
Currently at 2 over par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
So many wonderful holes at the George Thomas designed Riviera Country Club. This par 3 fourth has to be one of them.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Ooh, right by the hole. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Ooh, nice line. Yeah, good job. Nice par. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Yeah, roll back. Roll back. Yeah. Perfect.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
And back to the course with the live action. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Man,
Oh, so
that
close.
would have been for a birdie,
And that should
bro.
secure the par on this one.
Like,
Trailing
it's
by
right
a few
there.
shots after that hole.
it's right there. Might as well
The 6th hole here at Riviera is very unique, isn't it, Rich?
Who puts a bunker in the center of the green? No one else except for the folks at Riviera Country Club. I love this hole.
might have to chip it. Awesome. Chip is a good idea, but I don't know. Yeah, like that's way too much.
That'll flick a few of the leaves going through there.
That's so stupid.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie.
Whoa, where is he going?
And here we are with their fourth.
And this is for a
Just
bogey,
3 back
bruh.
from the leader.
This is so ridiculous.
Oh, I thought that one was going in.
That was rough.
Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Bunker
Great
in the middle
touch.
of the tee is just insane.
That's a good putt to make, that one.
Bunker in the middle of the green, I don't know. This is so off.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it. But again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Okay, time to return to the action. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. And this one is for his par. Nice little putt to hole, that one. And stepping up the standings after that effort. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Yep, that shot's safely on the green.
Outside chance of the birdie, but a 2-putt here is still good.
That was a gallant attempt.
Too much.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the deep bunkers on the front right part of this, that is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Getting ready to play their third. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
Time now to make the turn for home, Rich, and this is an exciting part of the championship. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Yeah, they're behind their rival right now through 9 holes, but there's lots of time, lots of opportunities on this back 9 to make up. It'll be interesting to see how it all ends up.
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be. This line doesn't look too tough, just in the first cut, right by the green. Well played. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
And here we are with the third shot. A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
That is a working man's par.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. Just didn't drop. Putting for a bogey. Job done. Let's head to the next. Sitting at +5 overall. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's currently in 4th place.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. That was a little bit too much power. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. It's the 13th hole. Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. Now 7 shots behind after that. The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hopping right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
This would be a great up and down. How close was that to going down? Big par saver coming up for this fella. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. The 15th, Rich, a very good par 4. Although, if you're Victor Hovland, maybe the fairway's not in your line of sight.
It's a great par 4, and yet there's some players that have seen it a little bit differently lately. I always saw it as a dog leg from left to right, just avoid that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. And this is an interesting green. It's got a high spot on the left, and it's got a low middle section and a high section on the right-hand side, and you never have a flat putt. It is always breaking one direction or another, and it's either straight uphill or straight downhill. This is the most difficult green on the golf course by a long margin. If you see it differently, you can hit it down the right, down 17 fairway, but I fail to see how that's any kind of advantage.
It was on a good line. Par putt coming up here. Okay, let's head to the next. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently in 5th place.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
And not a bad approach. He'll be putting.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
That putt went a bit long there. 11 feet to the cup. Solid par putt, that. And now at +4 for the event. The last genuine scoring hole at Riviera is certainly this par 5 17th.
Any hopes of getting it home in 2, you better come up with something special off the tee and make sure to avoid the bunker on the right-hand side.
Nicely done.
From about 100 yards.
Next shot straight back into the teeth of the wind.
Playing their 4th shot. Great touch. Really nicely played.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And now over to Tony Finau.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. One of the most famous finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich. This 18th at Riviera is a classic.
Aim for the palm trees in the distance, which are located just on the left-hand side of the green. A good tee shot there will set up an awesome-looking second.
Well struck. From about 200 yards out.
Has the wind coming right into his face.
This putt is for a final score of 74. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And that brings to an end his event. And as this event comes to an end, I'm pretty sure this player will be ruining some poor mistakes.
Luke, not the performance they were looking for this week, but I gotta say, there is some really good stuff in there that I like. It was really fun to watch.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
I might have to switch my club.
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the Fedex Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm so looking forward to following these two players in this group. They've been going back and forth a bit on social media leading up to the event and seem to really want to prove something out on the course today.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Time for the second shot into the first. That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface. And from the bunker here. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup. This one to save par.
That's frustrating. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And unfortunately, it's going to be a drop shot to begin the day.
Not what they're looking for. A little nervy out there so far.
Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on. It's also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because these approach shots into these greens they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
The Spaniard, Jon Rahm, currently on top of things right now. Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Oh, what a shot. You'll take that. Well, that's beautifully judged. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Good look at a birdie here.
Sinking this putt will help them pull in front of Tony Finau. Let's see if this will add some heat to the rivalry.
The fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, what were your thoughts?
Look, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
No, that's too bad. Good opportunity coming up to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. Oh, just missed. Putting for bogey here. And this is a familiar sight. John Rahm leads this tournament. Fortune favours the brave. Plenty of bravery here. Out comes the driver. Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Well, that was a good strike. Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
This one's headed towards the rough. Always frustrated by missing a green. Will he be able to get out of this one?
They'll have to channel their inner Severiano Ballesteros here. This needs good hands.
Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. Ooh. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. The putt goes in, and that's back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
A spot in the top 20 awaits if they can make this putt. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's John Rahm on top. Let's see what happens here on the 7th. Wow, what happened there?
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
This putt about 11 feet in distance.
This is what they have left for a par.
Oh, so close. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Going with the hybrid. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. That's not what they were looking for.
Yeah, story of the day for this player is just missed too many greens. You can't afford to do that.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
An important par save.
And there it is. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Okay, as we move along, it's John Rahm in the lead. Here we go. We're beginning the 9th hole now. That's some good golf right there.
Oops, this one's headed for the rough.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Time now for the 4th shot. And now over to Tony Finau.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Setting up here with a very long putt. Ouch, that hurts. How frustrating. Maybe you can chip it back close and limit the damage. Didn't that look good for a long time? Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Such soft hands.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. And they'll have to compose themselves now with this tee shot after a double bogey at the last. Well, that should find the bunker. Here we are in the fairway bunker. Can they execute a good shot? Oh, almost went in.
Yes, fantastic stuff. Got to say, well done. Birdie guaranteed. Thank you.
That was a gallant attempt. It's just about 3 feet away. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Here we have the second shot into the 11th. Oh, I thought that one was going in. I like that. Always good when you've got hands like that around the green.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
John Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole. We have a par 5 at this one.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it, but the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry. I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot, fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
And taking aim from around 100 yards here. Going with the pitching wedge here. That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th.
Yeah, I need to make this.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
A birdie putt awaits.
And this putt to be even with Tony Finau.
Ooh, right by the hole. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole.
It's so frustrating. It's actually insane.
It's time to take a look at this 13th hole. Oh, that was pure. Oh, that one just missed the hole.
Right there.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup. Little birdie look in here.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And down it goes. The Spaniard, John Rahm, currently leading the event as we head to the next hole. Oh, absolutely flushed. This shot coming from around 220 yards. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Greens in regulation today has been absolutely abysmal, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Just didn't drop. Bogey putt coming up here. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Bogey on the last, but a good opportunity on this one to bounce back with a birdie.
Well, that's a handy shot. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Opting for the 5-iron. This one looks like it'll safely make the green. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Oh, yes! What a shot. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
Currently at 6 over par.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Okay, that'll work.
Made birdie on the last. Looking for a 2nd in a row here.
Oh, yeah, this is tracking nicely.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. And now over to Tony Finau.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
And this is a familiar sight. John Rahm leads this tournament. Emery Beach Golf Club is another one of these courses, Rich, that has a short par 4 at 17th.
It does. As you can see, massive bunker down the left-hand side. So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Let's head to the final hole of this round.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
Opting for the 5-wood. That always looked wet, didn't it? That makes its way to the first cut.
Yeah, that lie was nasty, but what a shot from there.
This putt for par here. The old-fashioned hammer hands. That'll ruin any putter's stats. Ooh. Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey. And finishing the round with a tap-in. Well, there you have it, Henny. This player was unable to take them down before, but now they've finally done it. They've won this rivalry.
Indeed they have, Luke. If at first you don't succeed, try again. They took that saying to heart and they came out on top.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Just like that. Oh my God.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the Fedex Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right,
However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Get in. Oh, that's frustrating. This putt is of 9 feet.
This is important. Big par putt here.
That gets the job done. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. He finds himself currently tied for 5th. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the 3rd.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number 1. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of. But if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. This one's for birdie.
Looking great now.
Come on now.
And that's a long-range bomb. And rest assured their rival will be looking over their shoulder. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently in 5th place.
Let's return to live play now. He's currently tied for 3rd. The first of the par 5s, Rich, the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Sitting at 1 under the card, currently tied for 3rd. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He's such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he puts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
You like that, didn't you? Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but for also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
No way. Did the game just lag?